Welcome to our project SonorAI. My name is Donnell Washington.
Madeline Deweese-Mendoza.
Nicholas Seda.
And we created this application as a way to make navigating music tablature simpler and free. We found that it was very difficult to find tablature for certain songs, specifically older songs and songs that got outshined by the hits of the era. Often, we would run into a paywall that stopped us from printing out sheets unless we paid a fee for it, so we decided to create our own software to make it free. Our project is an AI system that will identify chords and notes from songs, samples, or even random beats and automatically generate an accurate sheet music or tablature. The AI will create the transcript format to match the user's chosen instrument, starting with the acoustic guitar with potential to expand later. The project will use core AI systems, elements, note and chord recognition, an audio processing system, and sheet generation for one instrument. We will test these functions, solve any issues that come with these core functions, and then expand on them when they are 100% accurate and functional.
When it comes to requirements, broadly speaking, we have our user requirements, which are going to go over the authenticated user, being able to select their instrument type, and then upload that corresponding audio file. They can save up to 10, and they can download them as a music XML document from the home page or the My Files page. As for the functional requirements, being able to select that instrument type and having that upload section on the home page, as well as allowing for login and registration, is essential for the account system. For the non-functional requirements, we just want to make sure that we have an efficient and usable site, so making sure that things are clear and uncluttered, as well as supporting common audio formats and ensuring that it's going to run in under a minute is our requirement on that front. It gets expanded a little bit when we're considering unauthenticated users. When it comes to storing the music XML documents, that will require authentication. The unauthenticated users can still have the option to register and log into their accounts, and will have the homepage functionality available to them. Analysis under our functional requirements needs to properly recognize notes and chords during processing and generate the sheet music as an XML file that can be outputted. The output on the homepage will show a preview, allow downloading, and will then send the files to the My Files page for a maximum of 10 stored files. As for the non-functional requirements, having simultaneous user access through server instancing is important and will help in reliability as well, helping the system to stay live and available. For security, we will use common JSON web tokens. The user requirements are also going to include admin and system test engineer functions, which are going to be able to run tests and monitor user account and file structures. The accounts will be stored in a SQL database along with the music files. Of course, during generation of this project and programming and all those intermediate steps, some requirements did have to be changed. As of now, only the guitar is supported, and the drop-down functionality for selecting instrument types has been removed. It could be added back in the future with some code additions. This affected a few other components, such as user 0.3 under the user requirements. Also, due to storage complications for unauthorized users, it proved to be too difficult to allow downloading on the main page, so that functionality was also skipped. For authorized users, it is maintained. The system test engineer was also integrated into the admin class, since there was no clear reason to have two separate testing classes. And tests have been limited to user and file management instead of including AI operation. The system requirements on the functional side correspond with that, as well as the non-functional side, where we did have to change the MP3 acceptance to raw audio as a WAV audio file. That can be expanded to other raw audio types, but will require code changes as well. And good news, the space requirement of 10 files has been expanded due to the small size of the music XML files. The technology stack that we used started with Django to write the Python backend services and configure deployment settings. We also used Librosa to extract sound data from the raw audio files that were uploaded. Crepe, a pre-trained AI by Marl on GitHub, was used to analyze the audio data to then output into Music 21 to generate the music XML sheets. On the display side of things, Verovia was used as a JavaScript library to display those music XML documents, and Render was used to host the site.
So next, I'll walk through the main use cases for our system and the different types of users who will interact with it. So first we have the guest user, and guests have basic access, but they can still experience the core functionality. A guest can log into an existing account, register for a new one, upload an audio file, preview the generated sheet music, and then we did have to remove the functionality to download the music XML file. So originally that was one of our use cases, but that is now only for the authorized user. And then this allows new users to try the system without needing a full account right away. Once someone logs in, they become an authenticated user, and that gives them access to the full set of features. So they can upload an audio just like the guest user. They can view the music sheet preview and download it, but they also get personal storage. So logged in users can save their generated sheet music to their own library, rename those saved files, and download them at any time from the My Files page. Lastly, we have the admin role. Admins manage the overall system, and they can handle user accounts, things like creating, updating, or deleting accounts. And they can also manage user files if something needs to be removed or corrected. So overall, each user has a clear purpose. For the guests, they can try it out. Authenticated users can fully use the system and store their music, and admins keep everything running smoothly.
Here is our GitHub page for our demonstration. We're going to be going ahead and taking a look at the deployment link. The GitHub README does explain the references and usage of the AI app function itself, as well as accessing the admin site, which we will explore. There's a basic admin already set up in a proper professional development deployment. We wouldn't be using admin, but simplicity is best. So let's go to the site. And here we are, the home page. There is no My Files page accessible from the navigation bar, so we are not logged in at the moment. In this state, let's go ahead and show what the unauthorized user would see when they try to upload a file. Let's use this .wav, which is just a guitar or instrumental audio. Upload it there and hit submit. This should load in under a minute every time, and that time it did. Here we have the music XML preview, which is the raw code for the sheet music. An unauthorized user cannot download it, but they could save this to a text document and convert it themselves. So that functionality is not entirely lost. We also have the music notation preview here, which can be zoomed into, and we can see the sheet music has been generated. That is saved as an SVG, so again, they could download it in a very similar way to the preview, if so desired. We then have the register page over here, where a user can create an account. I'm going to go ahead and make one. We'll call it test. First name, test. Last name, test, and we go ahead and add a little difference here so we can see that later on. First name and last name. Password, you guessed it, test. And we'll go ahead and register that account. So that account is now stored, and we are already signed into it. There is nothing in the My Files page, so it informs us about this. Back on the home page, we can now go ahead and upload a file. I'll upload a different one this time and hit submit. Again, in under a minute, we should see this generated. Here, since we are signed in, we do have the download feature available. So there it is. We can also take a look at the raw code and once again, zoom in as needed and take a look at the sheet music. Onto the My Files page. We have that first file displayed here. If we were to upload another file, it would appear as well. They are sorted by retrieval date. We can also go ahead and rename it. So if I name this Hello, and then hit rename, it'll re-render the page and show us that that has been successful. From here, we can also go ahead and download it, or we can delete it, which re-renders the page and shows that no files have been found again. Back onto the home page, or really from anywhere, we can go ahead and hit the logout button. This will take us out of the account and lead us back to the unauthorized user state. From here, we can log in again. I will use a different account this time. Sample. So we can see a few examples of the My Files. Oh, not that one. Oopsie. Well, let's go ahead and use test again. Test has been remembered. We'll go ahead and upload 2 audio files. And as we can see here, both have been generated. Now again, if we log out, we can see that there is no immediate way to access the admin page. That is accessed as explained in the GitHub by typing /admin to the top. If we go ahead and enter, we now have access to the administration panel created by Django. Let's go ahead and type in admin, and log in. From here, we could go back to the main site. The admin does have full user functionality. And back to the admin page. They can view the users. They can filter as needed. They can go into the individual users. And here we do see that we have test@test.com. That was the previous one that I had made. That test does have the first name and last name successfully collected. We have DJ's account here, Madeline's account here. And if we go ahead and take a look at some accounts at the bottom, we do have the music files section. So this is under users. In the individual users, we can see their attached music files, which again shows the music XML, the creation date, and the titles associated. From here, we could scroll over, hit delete, and then go ahead and save that change. If we hit delete, that would delete the user. So I'll show you that with the test account that we made over here. Since we uploaded 2, we can go ahead, delete, save that change, and didn't seem to like that very much. Okay. Delete the account, save that change, and that will cause a cascade deletion, so it won't clutter the files. Okay. From here, we can also go to music files and see music files sorted by users. So we can see the admin's music files here, showing all of the plain text. DJ's music file here, again, showing all of the plain text, and so on and so forth. Search accordingly. If we remove the filter, then it'll just show us all of the files with their plain text spanning the right side of the page, which is quite large, so not really worth scrolling through individually. We can, from here, try to delete, and that will successfully delete it. Okay. Logging out from the admin page forces us out of the admin page. You do need to have an admin account. So if we were to try to sign into the admin page using test, it would not work. Okay. There was essentially every function available to this. Hope you liked it.